everyone, Rob here. In today's video, I'm going to give you some no BS advice on copywriting and making your copy as persuasive as possible to help with your sales, to help with your email marketing as well. I don't know if you've noticed, but in 2024, there is this like massive explosion of people telling you to get into copywriting. All these, young guns telling you how to, make money with copywriting, make your first dollar, how to make millions, what they would do if they started copywriting today. And the problem I have with it is that while some of this stuff may be valuable, it's overcomplicated and it's confusing people, and it's confusing people to basically just sell their programs or join their school communities. So I'm going to give you some non-BS stuff which is going to help you. Why should you listen to me? Because I've literally sent out millions and millions of emails for organizations who do 7, 8, 9 figures in revenue. I've literally, consulted for them on persuasion on email marketing campaigns, and also, consulted for them on persuasion in various other bits as well. And there is a difference between making your first $100 online versus having this whole array of data which you can pull from because you know exactly what works on the right type of person. There's some key principles which you can do right now. And this is not to take away from any of these other guys, but what annoyed me is I clicked into this person's guide before. It was like this full copywriting guide lasting 4 hours long. And I was skimming through it and watching bits of it, and I'm sure it was very valuable, but I'm like, why does this need to be 4 hours long? This could be 10 minutes long, get the key points down, but the whole point of copywriting is getting you guys to practice, right? That's what the time should be spent on, not the actual learning how to, write then say these types of things, right? So some very key principles that will make you far, far better at writing for your audience, for business, for marketing. That's what I'm going to teach you about right now. Right, okay, principle number 1. If there is no need or no need in the future for the people that you are sending, the email to, it doesn't matter how good your copywriting skills are, right? I have seen amazing level 100 copywriters with the most compelling stories written in the most beautiful language, sending emails to email lists of people who don't care about their product. And guess what? Their copy falls flat on its face. Nobody cares unless they actually have a need for your copy, for the thing that you're pushing or the brand awareness that you're pushing. Nobody cares if it doesn't match their need, right? Now you've got that amazing copywriter who are targeting people who have no need, which means they get no sales, right? And then you get an average copywriter who takes their average bog standard copy and aims it at people with a serious need or a potential need in the future, and they get great sales conversions. In 2024, I have a firm belief that you do not need to be a level 100 in copywriting. You just don't need it, right? What you need to do is to find a pool of people who are actually interested and will actually at some point have the need now or the need in the future, and then things convert like hotcakes, right? You get high click-through rates, you get actual buying intent. So there's that. Principle 1, aim to be average, but more importantly, aim for the people that you're selling to be the right fit, okay? This should be very simple, but I just don't see it being mentioned anywhere in these videos. Like, the people you're trying to sell to is everything, right? You could send out one line to these people and they would buy, right? Which would technically make you an amazing copywriter. Okay, so principle number 1 out the way. Principle number 2, simple beats complicated. The average reading age of the UK/US is around 9 to 12. So what does this mean? This means that the only real way to keep someone's attention is to keep your language very, very simple. I see all sorts of people who are trying to communicate their business offerings, trying to communicate, what they do, what they're offering. And I've read 5 lines of it. I'm like, first of all, I'm lost. And because I'm lost, I'm now bored, so I'm going to click away. Second, what are you even selling? I'm going to show you an example next of copywriting, which is just no good. Let's pretend you're selling a fitness program and you have copy which is exactly like this. Our advanced fitness coaching program is meticulously designed to synergistically optimize physical performance, enhance metabolic efficiencies, and cultivate a robust foundation of muscular endurance through bespoke amalgamation, right? This is actual genuine copy, guys. So let me just ask you the question. What does any of that mean? No one knows. Also, no one cares. So the people who do have a need, who are watching your stuff, who are, reading your stuff and taking it in, have no idea what you're trying to communicate with them. So what we need to do is we need to take this language and we need to simplify it to what its core message is. There is an amazing free tool that you guys can use right now. It's called Hemingway, and it tells you how high the reading level is for various different sentences. So let me put this paragraph that I've got right here, this complicated paragraph, into Hemingway. So this is Hemingway, and you can find it at hemingwayapp.com. I'll put this little PDF in like a description afterwards, so you can just click it and you can get the links and everything. But this is truly helpful. So I've just made it a bit more visible for you, but we can see that Hemingway has highlighted all of this text in red, which means that all of these sentences are very hard to read. And it's basically rated the reading level as postgraduate. So how old is postgraduate in most countries? Postgraduate is around about 20 years old, right? Anything after university. So when something's 20 years old, it means that it's actually very complicated and hard to read. And because it's hard to read, it means that everyone's going to lose interest in what you're saying because it's too complicated. Again, our advanced fitness coaching program is meticulously designed to synergistically optimize like blah, 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 blah. Way too hard to read. It's got 4 sentences and Hemingway has rated all 4 of them as very hard to read. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take this, simplify its core message down to what it actually says. Let's do that right now. Okay, so I've just fast forwarded a little bit and now let's look what it says. It says our fitness coaching program is made to help you get stronger, faster and healthier. We use proven methods and create personal plans for each person so you can get the best results. Our trainers use simple steps to help get you stronger, build energy and keep your heart healthy. By taking small steps, you'll go past your old limits and reach your fitness goals for good, right? Now, guess what? You can read that, right? You actually understand what that is trying to say. And it's because I've lowered the reading age to what the average reading age is within the general population. Now the reading age is not postgraduate, it's actually rated as grade 8, which I think that we can actually make this even better and get it down below grade 8. But the thing is, we've done a good enough job at the moment. So what is the next principle that we should look under? And the next principle is very, very simple. How do we now take this simple writing, this simple text, and make it persuasive to encourage people to buy, to encourage people to click through? Well, we insert persuasion, and I'm going to show you exactly how we do that right now. We could add in our star rating at the top. What have we got on our typical review platforms? Maybe like ratings on Trustpilot, or maybe ratings on Facebook or wherever we're selling the service. Do we have a rating system? Can we add that in at the top? That's called social proof. That encourages people to rate you as higher because they like to see what other people have thought of you, and then they will generally think the same as other people have reviewed you. I could add in here, trusted by thousands of people. Our fitness coaching program, trusted by thousands of people, is made to help you get stronger, faster and healthier. I've just sprinkled in a bit more social proof now. So again, we're using what the public's perception is of us to actually make our copywriting more compelling. Where it says we use proven methods, I could add in here scientific methods and create personal plans for each person so you can get the best results. You see how I've added in a little bit of authority there as well? Scientific, it's better than just opinion plans, right? It makes it more compelling and more persuasive. How else could I use authority more in this? Well, I could say our expert trainers use simple steps to help you get stronger, build energy and keep your heart healthy. Each have at least 5 years experience, right? If that's true, of course, or if it's not true, something else along those lines. Tell the people how much experience and how much authority these people have in this space, with whatever you're trying to sell. By taking small steps, you'll go past your old limits and reach your fitness goals. Okay, so next we're going to say, go here now to book a call with our team. Okay. I've added in, go here now to book a call with our team, a single call to action. Most copywriters fail because they confuse the client. They add in multiple calls to action. If you want to view us on Facebook, or if you want to look into YouTube, and then you can also book a call with our team here, or you can do blah, 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 or you can call us on this, blah, blah, blah. It's one single call to action. A confused mind does not buy. This is called the availability bias. I've added in the word now as well, because now is a command which fits into the commitment and consistency principle. Now, we sprinkled in all these little persuasion principles within this email, but one thing that we're missing is to come across as a likable person. How do we come across as a likable person in the email? Well, we just do a few simple steps based on persuasion. We would type up here, rather than hi, comma, we would type hi, first name. Okay, so the first name of the person. This is a very simple step, but so many places miss this simple step. There is an amazing book on building rapport and persuading people to like you, and it's called How to Influence and Influence People. It's by Dale Carnegie. I recommend everyone reads it because it will benefit you in your life, but it also benefits you in your business as well. And what it says in one of the chapters is everyone likes to be called by their name, right? They don't like to be called him, her, in front of her. They like to be referred to by their own name. So just use that principle in the first subject line there. That helps with something called the likability bias, which is a persuasion principle, and actually gets people to feel a bit more trust towards you, build up a little bit of rapport. Okay, so secondly, we have this call to action down here. How do we make it a bit more spicy? How do we get people to actually click through to it? Because at the moment, it is just a little bit simple. We use something called the reciprocity principle. What the reciprocity principle is if I do a favor for you, you feel the need to do me a favor back. It's just this thing which is baked into the human psyche. So for instance, if me and you were going out for a beer and I bought you a beer, you would then suddenly want to buy me a beer next when we get into the second round, even if we didn't agree to rounds, right? It's just you feel the need to do the favor back, all right? So we've got to go here now to book a call with our team. What else could we say on this? We could say something like, each person who applies to a call gets a tailored coaching plan. A tailored coaching plan, completely free. All right. Now, people are incentivized to do this, and they also feel like, oh, hold on a minute, this person's giving me a lot of free value, that the least I could do is give them a little bit of time. And then you can sign the email off just saying something like, cheers, Rob, which is what I sign emails off as. You can see how I've taken a complex email, that first fitness email, based on actual copy, where we don't really know what they're trying to say in it. They've got all these big, long, complex words. And I've applied principle one, which is I'm making sure there is a need in the market. It's kind of spoken for this example, right? Principle two is simplifying those words down. What is the core message trying to say in simple words that a 9 to 12-year-old will understand, right? Once I've done that, I've then applied persuasion principles. I've sprinkled in social proof, likability, reciprocity, authority. I've sprinkled in a clear call to action with a command to take action now, using the word now, right? This stuff here works, guys. You could go and watch a 4-hour video on how to learn copywriting, which is going to then go into a community. But honestly, I believe in this day and age, there's so many people trying to sell things that they overcomplicate the stuff which works. The stuff which works here is based on my experience working and consulting for 7, 8, 9-figure companies, where I've sent out literally a million emails, right? And I can see the data of what works. I consult on persuasion, and I know based on persuasion studies, this stuff works here. It's actually based on psychological studies, right? And I've applied it to this email just in 3 principles. You could do all these long, complex courses, or you could just learn these 3 principles and start practicing and implement it in things. This is 7 out of 10 copywriting, but it will convert like hotcakes just using these principles, the better that you get out of them. You don't need long courses like this. You don't need to be a 10 out of 10 copywriter. That's a limiting belief, okay? I will include a little PDF under this video just so you can get a summary of what I've said here and how I've kind of worked through examples. But I hope this is helpful. I think so many people, and it's a real problem, are overcomplicating things to make the solution sound more complicated than that. You need help on things. You don't need help on this. You just need to watch this and apply these principles. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Take it easy, and see you in the next one.